So what's up? What'd you do all week?
It's been 2 weeks.
What'd you do, like, on the best of those? Because one of those has gotta be garbage compared to the other, right?
Yes. One of those, I was in bed, writhing in pain, covered in a cold sweat, thinking, I'm gonna die. I might die.
So you were playing Quantum Break.
Is there news about Quantum Break?
No, it's out now. I don't know.
It is?
Yeah, it came out the other day.
Oh, I didn't know that. Reviews bad?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay,
Like Giant Bomb.
That made me scared.
Giant Bomb has done like a bunch of quick look stuff of it and talked about it. It basically comes down to like, it's cool, but a lot of the stuff doesn't make sense. This thing seems to just be here because it's a Remedy game kind of thing.
I gotcha.
And the shooting is bad, but the character doesn't have any experience with guns, so it makes sense. But
shooting's always kind of bad in Remedy games.
Yeah. But it's that weird, like, this mechanic doesn't work very well, but there's an in-universe reason for it. Well, that's cool. But this mechanic doesn't work very well. And the whole, like, the TV show cutscene things, which are, like, 30 gigs or something.
Okay,
and, like...
yeah. I like the idea that everything in the game is kind of crappy, but there's a good explanation for it. Like, that's this game's thing.
No, we had to make it crappy.
Yeah.
The first version was amazing, and then we're like, whoa, dial it back here. Yeah.
I mainly just played a lot of Salt and Sanctuary.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you beat it?
No, not yet. I realized that I was... How do I explain this? Salt and Sanctuary is a game that you turned me on to. It's like a 2D Dark Souls, essentially. Yes. It's from Ska Studios. They made... Oh, I should have looked up what it was called. It was a brawler.
That
game.
One that John likes, where it's like the band members.
Yeah. Could you look it up for me? Because my phone's all the way over there.
Oh, okay. Like, my favorite character was the big fat guy, because, like,
he was the drummer, yeah. But, like, we're going to keep talking about that game, and I want to know what it's called. But, Ska Studios, look up. But this is like a 2D Dark Souls, essentially. It's kind of like Dark Souls Light, because there's way less weaponry. It's 2D, so the combat's way dumbed down. The bosses are way easier, but it's still a super hard Dark Souls-like game. So I'm enjoying it. I picked the Hunter class, because he starts off with a whip, which is awesome.
Charlie Murder,
yeah. That's a really cool brawler, and I love the art style. And this has, like, the same art style, which is great. So, like, what's up?
I think they also did I Made a Game with Zombies in it.
Oh, they did!
That has the best song in any video game ever.
Yes! Yeah, okay. I just both to sing at the same time.
I made a game with zombies in it.
And it just plays over and over again. Yeah. Oh man, those guys are great.
Yes.
But so it's I was playing as a hunter because he starts off with a whip and a shield, and I was like, oh, this guy looks the coolest out of all of these other guys. It's kind of like mage chef, which I like, because it's just a guy in an apron with a big pan, and I was like, I like you, but I feel like you're kind of like high level play, so I might come back to you. So it's basically like 3 guys with swords, chef or mage, or awesome guy with a whip.
Is this like how I want to play Bravely Second and kill a boss with a cake?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So I picked guy with a whip, but I realized, like, it's weird because he starts off with heavy armor, but his whole thing is getting around fast, and heavy armor weighs you down super hard. So I was, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I don't like about it.
Do you have to think about this game and approach it the way you would a Dark Souls game?
Yes. Yeah. So it's like I don't like the way that you level up. You have to find a church of the god that you worship.
So you could find the wrong church and not be able to use it?
Yeah. Cool. But you still, once you find any church, you can still pray there and heal and gain what are essentially the Estus flasks from Dark Souls, like your healing items.
Are they salt shakers?
No, but when you kill enemies, instead of getting souls or blood, you get salt.
Do they ever say why it's salt? Because, like, when I saw, it's a Dark Souls game, and it has the word salt in the title, and it's a video game, I just assumed it was, like, you know, the whole, like, oh, I'm all salty about that. It's the kind of the joke.
Yeah, I think that's basically it. But you meet a guy who refers to as Saltborn.
What?
Yeah, so there was
Jedediah Salt.
No, I think it's like you were born of the salt. Like, maybe you were born of the
A real
sea,
salt
maybe?
of the earth guy.
Maybe.
Is the final boss a giant Amish man made of salt and he has a big pitchfork and red eyes?
Why? You're the one who said Jedediah.
Yeah. And I'm rolling with it, damn it.
Well, you start off on a ship, and then that crashes, and you're kind of in this other world now. So it's unclear if you're dead or you're alive. I guess maybe you'll find out.
So once this spaceship crashes...
It wasn't a spaceship.
The salt comes to life because of the alien bacteria, which is how we get Jedediah, the giant sentient salt man.
I'm not saying no. It's possible. I haven't beaten it yet.
Okay.
But I was kind of thinking because you're on the sea, which is full of water, it's salt water. So I was thinking that's why you're saltborn.
Okay.
Could be. But
I think
your way's cool too.
My explanation is way more plausible with the facts you've laid out.
But the way that you level up is you pray. First, you find the church of the god that you worship.
Yep.
Pray at the altar, level up.
You have to raise a barn and then pray at it.
Yeah. Level up, and then you get what is called a black sphere. Then you go into your level up tree, and it's this huge, enormous branching grid of skills, and you can select which one that you want. So it's very clear in the directions that you want to go. I like being more maneuverable the way I play things. That's why I went with the whip, because it has a longer range than most of the other weapons. I wanted to go for like light armor and more stamina and speed and stuff like that. So I wanted to go that way, like this direction, to the top left. However, my character's a hunter, and he wears heavy armor, which is all that way, which is more like heavy swords and hammers and heavy armor. So it's difficult to... The level up system isn't great. It's difficult. It's because if you want to be a guy who has a huge stamina bar and runs around with a hammer but also wears light armor, you can totally do that. But you are going to have to level up a lot in order to get that. It's not like in like a traditional Souls game where you just level up your strength and that allows you to just wield heavy armor and swords and stuff. You specifically have to pick the sword icon and then the heavy armor icon and the light armor. You know what I mean?
Okay. It's more granular.
Yeah.
Like salt.
I could have said anything and you would have said that.
It feels like there's always a Dark Souls game coming out.
Yeah.
Because Dark Souls 3 either just came out or is about to come out or is coming out right now. I don't even know.
I think it's just about to come out.
Because it's been out in Japan.
I don't know, because Game Grumps have been doing a Let's Play of it for weeks, but they got an early copy because their Bloodborne LP was so popular. It looks so good!
Yeah. They're talking about how, like, oh yeah, Dark Souls 2 was, like, 2 or 3 years ago or something. I'm like, really? No way. And then I realized, oh, it's because Bloodborne came out, like, last year.
Yeah.
So it feels like there's always, like, every year... It's like Assassin's Creed. It's like there's always a Dark Souls game coming out.
Yeah.
And even if there isn't...
kind of.
Even if there isn't, there's, like, some sort of Dark Souls-based game coming out.
Yeah. And it is kind of like that because there's now 2 teams working on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think it's Miyazaki who did Demon Souls and Dark Souls and then stopped for a while to work on Bloodborne. He was working on this secret project, but he was taking so long that they pushed out Dark Souls 2, which is why it's the weakest of the Souls games. And he after Dark Souls 2, he put out Bloodborne, which was this amazing new thing, and the team that did Dark Souls 2 put out Dark Souls 3.
Is there, like, the Dark Souls team and the Bloodborne team? Like, is Bloodborne 2 coming?
Oh yeah, Bloodborne 2 is coming.
Okay.
But they haven't confirmed it, but Miyazaki I think he has said that he's working on it.
Is Bloodborne...
Or he's working on something else now, you know?
Is Bloodborne in the Dark Souls universe?
I don't think so.
Because I know Dark Souls 3 is supposed to, like, tie it all together or whatever.
Is it, really?
I think so.
Because there are enemies in Dark Souls 3 that, like, if you don't kill them fast enough, they turn into, like, old gods. And you can watch this all on the Game Grumps Let's Play. I recommend it. It looks great. But there was just a bunch of guys praying at this altar, and it's like, yeah, if you don't bother these guys, they won't bother you, except for that guy. And then he runs up and hits him, and he just starts holding his head, and then just a Cthulhu tentacle thing burst out of his head. And I was like, okay, that's straight out of Bloodborne.
Isn't the next game supposed to be, like, in the future or something?
I think you're thinking of Assassin's Creed.
No.
No, I don't know.
I
haven't heard anything about that.
I can't remember if it's actual Dark Souls people or, like...
Is it just, like, Bandai Namco?
I don't know. Like, they're supposed to be, like, the next Souls-esque game is supposed to be in, like, the cyberpunk future.
That would be awesome.
I don't know if that means, like, alright, we're done with our weird, terrible medieval world. Now we're gonna do a weird, terrible future world.
Yeah.
Which would be cool.
Yeah, they already introduced guns.
Nice.
Yeah, so why not?
Nice. Speaking of guns, did you finish Daredevil Season 2?
I did. Did you?
I did.
Speaking of terrible things, did you finish Daredevil Season 2?
I started watching it with my dad and my brother, but we couldn't all watch it at the pace I wanted, so I finished it. You didn't like it?
I liked about 8 episodes of it.
Okay.
Until Elektra showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I even liked a couple episodes with Elektra. Because I was like, we're gonna totally spoil Daredevil Season 2.
Yes.
And like we always say, spoiler alert, but this is Daredevil, and it's fantastic.
Yep.
Like I said, I didn't like it. It's still better than almost every other television show out there.
Yep.
So if you haven't seen it, stop the podcast and watch it. And like, don't even finish our podcast until you watch it, because we can't put a time limit on it. Last time we tried to put a time limit on something, we ended up talking about it for an hour.
Yeah.
So, okay. That warning's out of the way. So I liked it up until Elektra showed up.
Mm.
And like I said, I liked like 1 or 2 episodes after that, because I was like, Punisher's in jail. His story is basically over. Now let's get this stuff.
It had that cool thing of, like, they just resolved all of the Punisher stuff that I thought they were going to take the whole season to resolve. So what are they going to do now?
And then she shows up. And now we're fighting ninjas. And I'm like, all right, ninjas are awesome. That's really cool.
We're finally naming the hand.
Yeah,
it's pretty nice.
Exactly. And we get that one scene, that one episode where it ends and there's a gigantic hole.
Yep.
And for some reason, it's the scariest thing I've ever seen. It's just a big hole.
It reminds me in a lot of ways of that Season 1 episode with Stick, where there's just, like, that kid in the box.
Oh, Black Sky.
Yeah. And I'm like, what is that? Oh my god, I can't wait to find out what that's about.
Yeah. And, like, we start hearing rumors that the hand can resurrect.
Yeah.
So that episode with the hole had the best ending to any episode ever.
Where he just dropped the flashlight to listen to when it hits the bottom, and it just ends without it hitting the bottom.
She goes, let me know when it hits the bottom, and then credits.
and the best is, like, the very beginning of the next episode, it's the same shot, and then he's like, there it is. Like, the implication being, like, however long it took you to leave and come back to watch. If you watch this once a week, it's been falling for a week.
So, that's all great. The episode after that, like the one that you just said opened like that, we see Nobu again. The badass ninja from the last episode who burned to death. So it's like, holy crap, they can bring people back from the dead.
Yeah.
He kicks his ass. He kicks Daredevil's ass. Mm-hmm. And he goes, you're dead. And Nobu says there is no such thing.
That's very cool.
We see that they're draining blood into this weird tomb-like device.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell's in there? This is awesome. Season should have ended there.
The big problem with this season is that it asks all sorts of questions that I really wanted the answers to, and then didn't answer them.
And the answers that we did get were not good.
Yeah, like we finally found out that sarcophagus thingy was like their resurrection chamber, I guess.
Yeah.
Because Elektra gets killed at the end, and then we see her in the thing. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's like you can like piecemeal, like, okay, they've been experimenting on all these kids and filtering something through their bloodstream and then extracting it and putting it into a thing, and maybe that's the weird juice that they pump into you to resurrect you.
Yeah.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. I want to know what the hole is for.
Yes!
I want to...
What is the hole?
I want to know... Like, I still don't really understand this whole Black Sky thing.
No, I don't
because
either. That's one of my biggest problems. They took the coolest things from the first season of Daredevil and dumbed them down to an unbelievable extent in the second season. Black Sky, something awesome and mysterious in like one episode, from the first season, and they made it incredibly stupid in this season.
Now, Elektra is the Black Sky, or a Black Sky.
Yes.
We don't know what that is, or what that means, or what significance the words Black Sky have for any reason.
Yeah, I guess if you're a huge Daredevil fanatic, you probably know.
No, like, because we knew the word Black Sky last season, and nobody had any idea.
Oh, okay.
It's like a thing they made up. But it's like, it's basically the Hand wants her because they worship the Black Sky or something.
And she could be their leader. And
yeah,
lead them,
or like their rallying symbol or something. They keep calling her it. Like, what is this? What is this? Why does it matter? Is she supposed to be a regular human being? Is it just like a religious cult thing? Is there actually something different and special about her? Or like what the hell?
I don't know.
And does it have anything to do with the giant fucking hole? Which, by the way, that hole is in the building that Fisk got what we thought was the Yakuza last season. Remember, like, their client, who was the old lady, who was like, they want to kick me out of my house.
Oh, yeah!
That's that building.
Oh, okay.
And now we're coming back to it, and it's like, wait a second, this is that building, and what's this?
So there's something beneath that building.
I guess?
Yeah.
I think they put the hole there. I don't think it was there before.
Oh, no, they definitely... What I'm saying is there's something underneath, and they're digging to get it.
Like, I thought...
That's my theory.
Like, I thought they're gonna put that sarcophagus at the bottom of that hole, and then something would happen, and... Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that would be cooler. That would be way better.
I don't... Like, I'm in a weird place with Marvel TV show stuff, where, like, I want them to have, like, this Netflix universe kind of thing building up. Mm-hmm. I also want them to kind of be self-contained, in that, like, I think it's really cool that they took that detail about the building from season 1 and expanded on it into, like, oh, look what we were really doing kind of thing. I hate the fact that it's going to continue into season 3, you know?
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant, like, you never want Daredevil to show up in the Avengers.
No. I just, like, I love the fact that...
Because we don't want that.
Yeah, and I love the fact that, like, they've connected this more to Jessica Jones.
Yes.
Right up to, like, having What's-Her-Face, the terrible lawyer lady, recruiting Foggy at the end here. And, like, they name-dropped Jessica Jones, they mentioned Luke Cage. But, like, I want... If you have a Daredevil storyline, kind of keep it as contained as you can to the season you're in.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I totally agree.
The fact that we didn't get any resolution to any part of that by the end, made me, like, feel disappointed and kind of say, well, I guess we'll see next time.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they rushed this season a little bit.
A little.
Because, they didn't expect it to be as successful as it was. So they were like, we gotta get out a second season as soon as possible.
Yeah, because their original plan was like, let's do a season of each show, and then we'll do the Defenders. And then Daredevil blew up. They're like, fuck, we have to do another Daredevil season right now.
Yeah. And everything with the Punisher was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
It was just insane. Like that, I talked about it last time we talked about it. That episode with he had Daredevil chained up on the chimney on that rooftop was one of the best things in television I've ever seen. It was great. And I'm glad the Punisher's still around at the end. And now he's got his skull.
Yeah, he's got the Punisher outfit.
Yeah.
I just wish, like, the whole, like, the season finale, it was one of those where, like, I was waiting to see how everything came together, and nothing really came together.
Yeah.
Because we got all the stuff we already talked about, plus I'm like, okay, Daredevil and Elektra are, back against the wall. They're about to go onto a rooftop covered in hand ninjas, and there's a building full of hand ninjas coming up below them. What chance do they have? Oh, wait a minute, Frank Castle is out there. What we need him to do is what he's been doing this entire season, which is park himself on a rooftop and start taking out waves of people.
Yeah.
And I think he shoots, like, 4 guys.
Yeah.
It's like, I wanted to see, like, Daredevil and Elektra, like, in the thick of it, while Punisher's picking off everybody on the periphery, you know?
Yeah, that's what they should have done.
Yeah.
And when he discovers a room with just guns and guns everywhere.
Yeah.
And it focuses in on this one mounted turret. And I'm like, all right. And they showed those waves of hand ninjas. I'm like, this is it. He's going to just be picking them off as they're fighting. No. Instead, he takes a sniper rifle. And we never see that turret again.
And, like, when he's walking away from he burned his house down, I guess, to kind of close that chapter of his life. He's walking away. He's clearly has the fucking turret on him as he's walking away. I didn't understand, because they finally revealed the truth about his family's death.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get why the guy who did it.
He didn't intend to kill his family. He just got into drug dealing after he got out of the army. That was it.
But he didn't have it was just an accident?
It was just a complete accident. Like, he got into drug dealing. He was orchestrating this huge deal, and he got word that there was going to be a cop there, so he didn't show.
Okay.
And then they started shooting. It all went to shit. They started shooting, and Frank Castle happened to be there. It was all a coincidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like if that's it, then you don't play that guy up as, like, a huge villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, he was this huge drug dealer.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it's like, he got, like, the death of somebody who purposely orchestrated this to get at Frank, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I appreciate how often they use the term war zone in this season, because Punisher,
Yeah. They made Nobu suck, too. Like, he had that one great scene at the end of the episode where he beat up Daredevil, and then after that he was just kind of a chump, and then at the end Stick cuts his head off.
Yeah, but he could still come back from that.
You think so?
I mean, maybe. He burned to death last time.
Yeah, but he cut his head off.
Yeah, but I mean, if they just stick it on.
I don't think he's gonna come back.
Maybe if they put some black sky in there. I don't know. I don't know. If they throw him down that hole, who knows what'll happen?
There was that scene where Nobu was telling Elektra, "You're the black sky," and she had the sword and she kept like pointing it at everyone. It was like, it makes sense though, doesn't it? Like, it reminded me of the finale of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Where that exact thing happens.
That exact thing happened. Charlie found a flare gun. They were all locked in.
Oh, you told me about that.
I know, it's great. Charlie found a flare gun.
No, we're dead. See? Shoot.
Yeah. Well, first he goes. Dennis says to him, "Whoa, I don't think any of us should have a gun." And Charlie just goes, "I agree, but one of us does." And he just starts pointing at him.
But
so it was. It went out kind of with a whimper.
Yeah.
Oh, and he told Karen that he's Daredevil.
Yes.
Elektra was incredibly unlikable this entire season.
Was she?
Yes.
I don't know. I
She
think they
murdered everyone.
Yeah, but she was you train with Stick forever, and you're gonna murder everybody too.
What about that scene where, he says to her, "You know, you're better than Stick. You can get away from him." And then they spend a wonderful night together, and then an assassin breaks into their house, shoots Daredevil. He's on the ground. He's beaten, and then Elektra comes up, and he takes his mask off. He's like, "Oh, it's just a little boy." And Elektra slits his throat, gets covered in blood, and basically has an orgasm. It's like, "Oh, this is who I am. Can you accept me?"
Listen, I'm reminded of a quote from the show Firefly.
Okay.
And this is Nathan Fillion's character saying to somebody, "Look, if somebody tries to kill you, you try to kill them right back."
He was beaten.
I guess.
He was defeated.
Is a ninja ever really defeated? Or are they just waiting?
I don't have a problem with the fact that she kills people. Punisher kills people, and I loved him in this season. He was the best. It's the amount that she enjoys it to a disturbing amount.
I mean, if you want to get into that scene where she says, like, the first time I killed somebody was when I was 12, I just want to see if I could do it.
Yeah.
And I liked it. So I did it again. Yeah, I guess she has a problem.
Yeah. And there was Karen. Karen loves Matt.
Yeah.
When you're doing a love triangle, you gotta make one of the characters unlikable. And they did that.
With Matt?
And Elektra. But they, like, it was so weird.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be rooting for this. Oh my god. It was. I said this because my mom loves the show too, so I would watch it with her. And I said this to her. It was like, they introduce a character and they make that character awful. And throughout the season, they redeem that character. But not by making that character any better. They just make all the other characters worse. Like the Punisher. He was hanging people on meat hooks. And I was like, oh my god, they're really doing a evil Punisher. And then Matt became this whiny little bitch. And Elektra sucked. And Nelson and Murdoch broke out, and I was like, oh, thank God the Punisher's back, finally!
I am happy that they didn't magically fix all their relationships by the end.
Oh no, it's a mess.
They may have announced Jessica Jones season 2. I don't know. That was on April Fool's Day, so I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I kind of hope Foggy's on there. Like, how
that'd
crazy
be
would
so
that be
cool.
if he's just not really in Daredevil season 3, but he's in Jessica Jones season 2 a lot.
Yeah. They did announce some stuff, though.
Which stuff?
Elektra?
Are you talking about the Netflix spinoff?
Yeah.
These were on April 1st.
Were they?
Yeah, Elektra, She-Hulk, Bullseye, and
Cloak and Dagger? I was so excited about Cloak and Dagger!
There is actually a Cloak and Dagger show. It's not Netflix.
Okay.
It's going to be... It got announced later. It's going to be, I forget what network.
Not going to be on Netflix.
No.
I was so excited about Cloak and Dagger! And She-Hulk!
I know, I want to see She-Hulk in something.
I know, man. Because I even looked at the art. My first thought was, oh, this is an April Fool's Day prank. But I looked at the person who posted it, and he didn't post it on April Fool's Day. I should have looked at the article.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I know.
I
know.
Did you watch the trailer for Luke Cage?
Yes. Or like somebody
It's like a teaser trailer.
Like
yeah.
they shoot him a bunch, he's like... and then he just like throws somebody through a wall. Yeah.
That was good. It was fun.
Alright, so that's Daredevil. Can't wait for season 3.
Yep.
Did you play any of Street Fighter V since the update?
I did. I tried out Alex.
Yep.
And I did his story mode on easy.
Yeah.
I can't find the story mode.
What?
Regular story. Or is that not out yet?
Oh, do you mean like the whole like the cinematic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming in like June or something.
Oh, okay. Because that's all I wanted to play.
Yeah. No, that doesn't exist yet.
Oh, okay. I don't like Alex.
No?
No.
Is this compared to previous Alex or in general?
No, I've never played Alex before.
Okay.
I don't like him. He's a charged character, and he's too heavy. He reminds me of Bison. He's just not my kind of character.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like how big he is.
He
Like
is
compared,
big.
like stand next to Ryu, it's like, oh hey little boy, are you lost?
Yeah. But yeah, that was the last time I played it. Like as soon as he came out, I gave him a whirl.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of? Like, did you do any of the challenge stuff?
Oh yes, I tried.
Yeah.
I tried with Ken because I thought I was good with Ken. I couldn't do the first one.
Yeah, me either. Same with Cammy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like, eventually it just happened by accident.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, oh my god, I can't do combos at all.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things, like, I think you do get fight money from it.
Okay.
But only if you, like, get to the end.
Oh, man. I managed to get through a couple with Ryu.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's terrible
Yeah?
is, I forget what they're called now, but, they have the thing where they show you how to do, like, all the basic stuff, but instead of having you do it, it's just a video of the computer doing it.
Really?
It's like, you can do medium punch by pressing this button, and then it shows Ryu and Ken in the training room, and then it shows Ryu doing a medium punch.
It doesn't...
You don't
do it?
You as a player don't do it. And I'm like, okay. So I watched that, and then I'm like trying to do like the combo stuff where you put all that together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out how to do some of these things in general, like not medium punch or whatever, but like there's a bunch of moves for all these characters that I don't know how to do yet.
Yeah.
There's only so much my brain can wrap around without like physically like doing it myself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm looking at move lists. I watched that weird movie, I guess. There's enough disconnect that I'm like, okay, I still don't quite get how to do this. And now it's like, okay, now do all of it at once. 3 times. I think I've blown all my fight money on costumes and colors.
Oh, is it all out to buy now?
It's... Well, the single character story mode costumes are all out.
Okay.
A bunch of colors that you can't earn otherwise are out.
Cool.
And what I'm looking forward to, there are other costumes coming with the Zenny shop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have to use that to buy them or whatever, but like season pass people already have them. That's where your Hot Ryu and Chun-Li are. That's where all that stuff.
Yeah.
And some of these, holy shit. Like Zangief is just straight up Macho Man.
Nice.
Mika is I don't even know. It's like she's covered in feathers, and it's like this orange and red bird thing.
Nice.
I don't understand. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Awesome.
There's an alternate color that makes Laura a blonde white girl, and it's weird.
That is weird.
It's really weird. But, yeah.
Cool.
They've said we really underestimated how much people want single-player stuff.
Yeah.
So I hope that means we get more single-player good things put in there.
I have a news story that I don't think you have on there.
Oh.
Yes. Creators of Honey Pop have a new game out.
Oh, God.
Honeycam Studio.
What?
You run a sleazy webcam site, and you have to take care of your girls, and meet the needs of your clients and customers. And it's a business simulator as opposed to a dating simulator.
Sure.
And if you get to a high enough level, you can get some of the girls from Honey Pop to work for you.
Oh, okay. So those characters will come back
Yeah.
in. Okay.
Apparently, it's a lot darker than Honey Pop, because it's there's a character in Honey Pop, Audrey, and she is now working for Honeycam Studio to feed her coke habit, because she's super depressed now, because she found out the last guy she was dating was cheating on her with 8 other girls. So it's referring to the character from Honey Pop. I think that's funny. It's clever.
See, Netflix, that's how you do a shared universe.
Exactly, yeah.
God. Are you playing this?
No.
Okay.
I'm playing Honey Pop.
Okay.
Which will be airing soon.
Oh, have you started recording that?
Yeah, I did 5 episodes.
You figured out how to record that?
Yeah, I know how to record on the computer.
Nice.
I was just waiting for us to get together over there.
Okay.
But Rob versus is easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it is, so yeah, look forward to that. Because I wanted to play Honey Pop before we started Honey Camp Studios.
Oh, okay.
I would be lost in the deep lore.
I know, you'll have to, much like all of our games, you'll have to explain to me what happened.
Yes.
It's like, God. I watched a ton of anime in the last 2 weeks.
Like what?
Let's see. I tried out Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Weren't they talking about that on the Best Friend cast?
Probably.
Yeah, they're going down a deep Gundam hole lately.
Pat is. He's watching all of it in order.
Yeah, but
ever.
Wooly is apparently a huge Gundam fan. I never knew that.
Iron-Blooded Orphans, it has a great opening theme song.
That's a great title.
Yeah. And it's all did you ever watch any Gundam stuff, like Gundam Wing or anything?
No, never.
This is just straight up all right, it's a future and these are child soldiers who are only good for manual labor and human shields.
Nice.
But then they kind of rebel against their the higher ranked people, and they steal the Gundam, and now they run everything.
Cool.
It's a cool setup, but I don't really like any of the characters, and it's all kind of bland. And it's one of those shows where I'm I watched the first one, I'm all right, let me try the second one. And then I finished the second one, I'm all right, let's see about the third one, though. And by the end of the third one, I'm yeah, I think
It's
that's good.
6 hours later, I watched the whole series.
No, I mean, there's a new Gundam show that just started, so I'm gonna give that a try. Okay. But yeah, Iron-Blooded Orphans didn't click for me.
Gotcha.
The next thing I tried, it's I love Japanese names. It's called Myriad Colors Phantom World.
Myriad Colors Phantom World?
Yes.
That's a fantastic title.
It is. So the premise here is the brain is really weird, okay?
Okay. I'd agree to that.
Optical illusions happen. We don't know what the hell the brain is doing to make them happen. There was some kind of... I forget what it was. There was an explosion at a lab or something that spread a disease or something. If you have it, you'll be able to perceive stuff that's always been there, but we've never been attuned to see it.
Okay.
So it's it's the whole thing oh yeah, there's weird fairies and giant flying hippos all over all the time, but we never knew. So we never could never interact. But now we can see them, and we totally can. It's a cool concept.
Yeah.
The animation is absolutely beautiful. It's the kind of show where if you want to watch something and just I want to see something that looks amazing for 20 minutes, this is the show to watch. But it just falls apart. It's
yeah?
For some reason, people are getting superpowers now too. And
that could be related.
Could it?
I don't don't know. The brain is weird. You said it yourself.
This one guy has the power to, like, oh, he sees a monster, and he draws a picture of the monster, and then shows the monster its picture, and the monster gets sucked into the picture. Because, you know, brains. Another one is, like... So there's this one character. I don't know anybody's names. This is the big boob girl.
Okay, big boob girl.
And it's like they're constantly making jokes like about that.
I've noticed if there's ever an anime with just one girl with giant boobs, they will either make fun of her boobs or there will be a flat-chested girl asking her advice on how to get giant boobs.
Yeah. Her power is she can summon like fire or water or something.
Okay.
But only by like groping herself. And it's so ridiculously stupid.
God.
But they take it to a place where it's like, okay, it's funny now.
Is it supposed to be funny?
Yes.
Okay.
So what happens is, like, they're walking home from school, and they come across, like, oh, here's some haunted telephone poles that are, like, dancing because... they're dancing because they're angry.
I'm with you.
And, like...
Oh, man. Have you ever been so angry you just gotta dance?
I know. And, like, they're like, all right, we have to exercise these telephone poles. And the only way to do that is to beat the telephone poles at a limbo contest.
That shouldn't be too hard.
So,
anything under 10 feet should do it.
No, they're pretty good at it, though. And every time they think they won, the wire goes lower. So now all that's...
Wait.
So, like, there's two...
They're using the telephone wires.
So, like, two of the telephone poles put, like, one of their own wires between them and keep lowering it.
Okay.
Well, like, the third one is, like, doing the limbo.
Okay.
So it gets down to there's just...
How does it bend?
It's haunted. So it gets down to... all that's left competing is the one telephone pole and the boob girl.
Oh, I see where this is
And the telephone pole is too low and it snaps in half.
Oh,
So it's like, all right, if you can do this, we win, I guess.
And this will exorcise the demons.
Yeah, I guess. So she gets down there. She's doing a thing where it's like you're kind of lying on the ground, but not really because your feet are down there and you're like inching. Yeah. She gets up to the cord and she's like, uh-oh, can't fit under that.
Yeah.
So she's just like, no, we are doing this. So she just starts like bouncing her body up and down because she wants to like get her boobs to bounce and like at their lowest point get under the cord. And it works. Okay. And then she runs away screaming in pain. And I'm like, all right, this was so stupid, it's funny.
Oh my god.
I finished the episode, I'm like, that was beautiful and stupid, but I don't feel like I need to see any more of it.
What's that called?
That's Myriad Colors Phantom World.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that.
It's one of those, like, I've heard it described as a very entertaining series of GIFs combined into a 20-minute show.
I can see that.
But...
oh, man.
It seems to be something that a lot of people really like, so it's probably coming back. There's nothing, like, terrible about it or anything, but to me, it's that show that, like, if I have nothing else to watch, maybe I'll go back.
It's on Netflix?
Crunchyroll.
Okay.
Then I watched...
You describing anime to me is one of the... Like, I didn't expect this to be a recurring segment on the show.
Me either.
But it's the best part. It's the highlight of my week.
Remember when I explained to you what Fully Cooley's about?
Yes. Continue.
So then I'm like, hey, I've heard about this show and I heard it's good. Let me try this out. So it's called Log Horizon.
Oh, yeah.
It's a trapped in an MMO show from the days before Sword Art made everybody sad.
Yeah.
And it is seriously a show, like, it's 2 seasons, 25 episodes each. I finished season 1 in 2 days.
Wow. I'm
like, let me try this. And then, like, 10 hours later, I'm like, oh, it's Tuesday now. It's just so... It's really, really good. The whole thing is, like, these people who had been playing this game forever and are already, like, hit the level cap and whatever and kind of drifted away, came back because, there's a new expansion. Let's see what's up. And then they just sort of wake up and they're in the game and they're dressed like their characters. They're like, ooh, what? Nobody understands it. Nobody has any idea what's going on or even how to approach getting out, if that's even a thing that can happen.
Yeah.
And everybody, you need to practice to figure out how to do stuff from the inside.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, everybody's already max level. So it's not like you have to go out and, like, fight a lot of stuff if you don't feel like it. It's like, it's more about, like, all right, we're put into this weird world. How do we build a society now? How do we keep people from being complete shit to each other? I would describe the show as the polar opposite of Sword Art Online in every way. The strength of that show was it has some cool fight scenes in it, but the characters are kind of bad or ignored and really sparse, and the world didn't make sense. This one, they barely ever do action, but it's totally character driven, and they're spending all of their time figuring out how this world works.
Wow.
And, like, some of the people are committed to 24/7 role-playing their characters. And, like, okay, we do have some people that came on as new players, so we're going to set up, like, all summer, we're going to set up a training camp for anyone below level 20 who wants to come, that kind of thing.
That's cool.
And the most interesting thing about it is, like, I feel like we're, like, one layer away from really understanding what's going on with this world.
Yeah.
Because it seems less like they're in a video game and more like they're in another world that is just like the video game.
Yeah.
Because, like, the NPCs in this world, like, we see their side of it.
Oh, yeah?
And, like, they're people with, like, histories and feelings and stuff. A lot of them are resentful of adventurers for being, like, impossibly powerful and kind of immortal.
So they know they're NPCs?
They call themselves people of the land.
Oh, okay.
And they're just straight up like, this is our world. We've always lived here. Like, they don't see themselves as our official or anything.
Gotcha.
If they even were.
Yeah.
The main character talks to one at one point, and he's hearing about this whole history. And, like, time moves differently in the game.
Okay.
It's one of those, like, 2 hours in this world is 2 weeks in that world kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's like, I've been watching you. You've been roaming around our lands by yourself for 100 years. He's like, what? And that's just because, like, how long he's been playing the game. And they used to appreciate adventurers for being, like, something they could, like, give jobs to, like, thin out the monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
But ever since this whole situation started, everybody's just sort of been keeping to themselves in, like, their cities.
Yeah.
So, like, populations of goblins and shit have been going nuts, and it's all, like, it's being bad for everybody. So it's, like...
That's really interesting.
And, like, the NPC, like... Because if you think about an MMO, you've got, like, all of, like, the kingdoms and shit are run by NPCs.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, all of the player characters are just sort of running around doing whatever.
Yeah.
Now... the player characters are organizing into, like, a round table kind of council and building their own society, and the NPCs and, like, the existing game society doesn't know how to feel about that, and, like, should we send in spies? Like, should we be concerned about this? Could we go to war with them? They're like way more powerful than we are. And also the player. Okay, so this like the big hook of Sword Art was if you die in the game, you die for real.
Yes.
They established early on in Log Horizon, because nobody knew what would happen.
Yeah.
Until one day someone finally died. And when it was just a game, if you die, you automatically respawn in a cathedral in whatever town you were just in. And, you take a hit to your XP or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now that they're trapped in there, someone died and respawned in the cathedral.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, not only are we stuck here, we're stuck here. Like, they haven't addressed can you age or not.
Yeah.
But if you die, you're just there. You're come back.
Now.
You are immortal. You're incredibly powerful.
I don't see a downside.
They gave it one, and it's really kind of fucked up. Basically, when you die and come back, you take a hit to your memories.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's very little, but it seems to always be memories of the real world.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Like, this one guy is like, I've died twice since we've been here. And it makes sense because it feels like something was missing. Like, I'm pretty sure I had a cat, but I can't really be sure. Like, that kind of thing.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
So it's like, what would be worse? Dying meaning you die, or dying meaning you still come back to life, but you'll be losing pieces of yourself and not necessarily even knowing.
Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'm gonna watch the second season of that very soon. And they did, like, I didn't realize it until towards the end. They showed, like, kind of like the kind of commercial break bumper kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it just showed, like, a group shot of all, like, the important characters.
Mm-hmm.
I realized, wow, there's actually 15 or 20 main characters in the show that I like and care about.
Wow.
Like, they even did, like, they idealized the main character a little in that, like, he's super, super smart and good at strategy.
Okay.
But he's not great at everything else. There's, like, 3 girls that all want him.
Gotcha.
But by the time they get there, you know and like all of these people to the point that it's like, oh, no, you know what? It makes sense that she would feel that way.
Yeah.
So, like, it feels earned, you know?
Okay.
Instead of just being, like, fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
After that... After that, I had a free day, so I watched all of Konosuba.
What is that?
That is... So... It's kind of a Log Horizon-esque thing, as it turns out, where it's like, guy gets sent to a world that behaves like an MMO kind of thing. So the premise is, like, there's this, like, introverted, never goes outside gamer.
Okay.
Who he left his house to get, like, the GameStop exclusive limited edition release of whatever.
Yeah.
And on his way back, he's tired, and out of the corner of his eye, he's like, oh my god, that girl's gonna get hit by a truck. So he jumps in to push out of the way. And then he wakes up, and he's, like, in, like, this void. And sitting across from him is this goddess explaining, like, I'm sorry, but you died.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, oh, the girl, is she okay, though? What happened to her? And the goddess is like, she's alive, she's fine. And he's like, all right, it wasn't for nothing. Well, I mean, she would have been fine even if you did nothing. He's like, what? But that truck. She's like, yeah, you were kind of tired, and that was actually a slow-moving tractor. It was kind of a riding mower, really. And he had plenty of time to stop, and nothing would have happened. And he's like, but wait, how did I die? She's like, you thought you were going to get hit by a truck, and you had a heart attack. He's like, what? And then she starts laughing at him, and she's like, yeah, it was really embarrassing. You totally peed yourself on the street, too. And
oh my god!
And she couldn't stop, like, berating him over it. And she's like, all right, look, here's your choices. I can send you to heaven, which, you know, it's not that great. Or I can reincarnate you without your memories, and you'll live life again. Or there's another dimension. And
I love this.
Here's the thing. That planet is so overrun with shitty monsters that no one there ever wants to reincarnate back to it. So we're giving people from this world the chance to reincarnate there. You'll have all your memories. You can pick one thing, anything to take with you, just so you can go down there and you can help, like, thin the herd of monsters. What do you say? Huh? And he's like, all right, I'll do it. It sounds like a video game. And she keeps, like, berating him some more. And he's like, all right, I can bring anything with me. Anything? All right, I'm bringing you. Let's go. And she's like, that can't possibly work. And then her replacement shows up. And she's screaming and crying like a baby as she's getting sucked into this other world. And the guy is like, they're like floating up into the sky, and he's got his arms out, and he's laughing. He's like,
That's great.
So she has like this spectacular freak out for like 5 minutes as soon as they get there and they're standing on the street. And he's like, man, what should we do? Is there an adventurers guild? And she's like crying like a baby. Again, it's not a video game, but it works like one.
Yeah.
Like, you go to, like, the guild bar or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And there's, like, a receptionist that hands out quests and, like, you cash in, whatever. And she's like, all right, touch this stone, and then it'll tell us what your stats are and what jobs you're suited for. All of his stats are terrible, except he's really high on luck. Meanwhile, she's an idiot, but she's a goddess, so all of her stuff, like, you're an archmage right now. Because they both suck and are terrible, the only work they're qualified for is doing chores. It's like they're painting walls.
She's like an archmage!
Yeah, but she doesn't know how to do that. Yeah. So, like, they're painting walls, and they're, like, moving lumber around, and they're sleeping in a stable.
Oh, God.
And they're like, alright, look, we need to go on some kill quests and level up. So like,
is that how it works in this one?
yes. You
Yes!
like they're like, all right, here's a thing. Here's a quest. Kill 5 giant frogs in 3 days.
That's such a great level 1 quest.
Yeah, and the way it works is you do that, and you go report in, and they give you, the girl behind the counter gives you money and XP points or whatever. You have like a little like driver's license with like points that you can put on the stuff. And like the frogs are like huge, and these two are incompetent. Every time he tries to do anything, it doesn't work. Every time she's like, well, I'm a goddess, I'll show you how it's done, a frog eats her.
But she's a goddess, so she just comes back?
While the frog is busy trying to digest her, he kills it with a sword. And then she's like, oh, she's crying some more. And then he's like, all right, we gotta come up with a plan of attack for this next frog. And she's like, she just screams and runs at the frog as fast as possible. And then she's like, tries to punch it, like, I'll show you how a goddess punches. And then it does nothing. And she's like, you know, now that I look closer, you're a really cute frog. And then that frog eats her. She keeps getting eaten by frogs.
Okay.
So they're like, all right, we need help. We have 2 more days to do this. We've killed 1 frog. So they put out like a recruitment letter.
Oh, yeah?
And this one character, my favorite character in the show, shows up.
It's like when you type in a message on an MMO. It's like, need help with, and then you enter the quest name.
Yeah, except here it's even more pathetic because... Not saying that's pathetic, but like they're literally like
it's kind of pathetic.
There's a bulletin board in the bar.
Of course there is.
They put their message on the bulletin board and then sat down on the bench next to it and waited. And then this girl shows up. She's like a sorcerer or something.
Okay.
She introduces herself. She's like, "Look, I am an arch sorcerer or whatever. I want to join your party. Also, I haven't eaten in like 3 days. Do you have anything I can eat?" So she knows the most powerful kind of offensive magic, which is the best name ever, is explosion magic. It's like, it takes a while to cast, but it's like you're dropping a giant bomb.
Okay. So you have to like protect the mage as you cast it.
Yeah.
This is such a game! I love it!
So they go out, they're like, alright, there's that frog. Oh no, she got eaten by the frog again. And then the mage is like, alright, I got this. She does her thing, blows up that frog. Everybody, like the goddess friend is on the ground because she was just at the ground zero of an explosion. And then, like, the mage is just flat on her face. And at that point, she explains, explosion magic really takes it out of me. I used up everything I had. I can do it once a day. Someone's gonna have to carry me home. This is really bad. I'm gonna get eaten. So they both get eaten, and they cut to this guy like, oh god! And then they're walking back. He's carrying their mage on his back. The goddess is falling behind, crying. He's like, just use other magic, alright? Just do other things. She's like, that's all I got. I only know explosion magic. He's like, why? Because I only want to know explosion magic. It's the best! And he's like, you're not going to be in our party. And she's like, yes, I am. And then, because they were both inside frogs.
She's the only one that killed any of them.
Yeah, but like, because they were both inside frogs, they're both covered in goo, and like, they're in town now, and she starts yelling, like, please don't abandon me. I promise I'll do whatever weird thing you want. And everybody's like, oh my god, what did he do to those girls? Which is how they get their 4th party member. Because there's this knight, I forget her name. She walks up, and she's like, hey, are you that guy that got some girl covered in goo and tried to abandon her in a field? I'm totally into that.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So you got this knight. She's a complete masochist. She is really powerful, but can never hit anything. Like, her opponent could be right in front of her, standing still. Swing her sword a bunch of times, will never hit him.
So basically, she has like 100% strength, 0% luck.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, all she's good at is using herself as a human shield, which kind of feeds into her whole like masochist thing.
Okay.
Like, she's constantly throwing herself in front of stuff. It's always, is she trying to save us, or is she just getting off on this?
What is this show called?
Konosuba?
Text me the name of it.
Okay. It's great. And, like, And these guys never get out of, like, the first town.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Speaking of being a masochist, did you see... No, this is fine. Did you see the video of that guy playing volleyball and just getting hit in the face over and over again?
No. Oh, man.
Oh, okay. Like, it's fake. It's like a staged video. But, like, at first they just hit him in the face with the ball and it bounces back onto their side. And then their team, they pick him up and then just use his face to fly off. It's amazing. I'll show it to you once we finish recording.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's all the anime I've watched so far.
Man. I have to watch that Konosuba.
It's one of those where, like, at the end, they're like, hooray, we're started making season 2, everybody!
Oh, great.
So, do you know the game Overwatch? Do you know what Overwatch is?
Yes, yeah. That game looks amazing, and I'm looking forward to playing it.
Yep, comes out in May, I think.
Yeah.
It's in beta now or whatever.
Yeah, it looks great.
And I think
it's like a Team Fortress 2 clone type thing.
It's Blizzard, right?
Yeah.
And it's a first-person shooter where you don't pick loadouts, you just pick heroes or characters or whatever they call them.
You pick your character, and everyone has their own thing. It's kind of like a push and pull type game.
Yeah, it's like you can be the big guy with high health but kind of shitty weapons, but he makes a giant shield that can cover other people.
Yeah.
Or you can be like the super fast one who can like teleport and rewind through time.
Tracer.
And, like, yeah,
She's
and
my
like,
favorite. She's awesome.
And like,
I've not played this game. I can't wait though.
I know. So,
or you can be the sniper who has a grappling hook and get up on buildings and no one else can.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, there's like 15 or something characters. Yeah. It's a giant monkey. It's great. Mm-hmm. I think they're adding more.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. So you know Tracer.
I know Tracer.
Do you know the controversy behind Tracer?
I know there's a ton of porn of her.
Probably.
That's all I know.
Okay. So so every character has like a win pose.
Okay.
Probably a number of win poses.
Yeah.
And one of Tracer's, pull up a picture, it's your typical like over the shoulder from behind, look at my butt kind of pose. And like one of the people participating in the beta went on to, I guess, Blizzard's forum or whatever, and wrote up this like very well thought out and well reasoned, this character shouldn't really have this pose because it's kind of just your generic cheesecake, I'm a girl in a video game kind of pose. It doesn't really work with her personality like every other pose and every other animation does. You know, maybe.
Okay.
And then Blizzard said like, yeah, we agree, don't worry, we're working on a replacement.
Okay, sounds good. I did see recently there was a Tracer account called... not Tracer account, a Twitter account called Tracer's Booty, and it's just tweets from her ass, I think, and it has that picture as its logo. So I was wondering about that.
So, immediately,
okay,
it all began.
Oh god.
So people, there's been like comments and videos and petitions and Reddit things all about...
I want to see the videos!
All about Blizzard's artistic freedoms and impeding their creative liberties. I wrote down my favorite quote from somebody. Everyone put on your gender-neutral gray jumpsuits because nothing says fun like trying to pretend we aren't human. And the next sentence is super ironic because it says, this is what happens when people have too much free time and no real problems to worry about.
None of that makes any sense.
No, but the best part is the game's director wrote a lengthy post about how the final decision was his and how they were already thinking of replacing the ass pose before the first guy said anything about it.
Oh my god.
And that this is a beta test, and changing the game based on player feedback is the point of a beta test. Like, and by the way, so that was her old pose. Mm-hmm. This is the replacement.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It looks kind of more like, it's more like expressive. Your eye isn't drawn directly down to her ass, and it's like,
and you can still see her ass.
Yeah, it's
weird pervert.
It's more in line with like an old school pinup kind of pose.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's happened more since the advent of crowdfunding, but people not understanding how games are made. This kind of reaction makes me feel like, do they think that whatever the final product was that way since the very beginning?
People just don't understand how games are made.
It's like name your favorite scene from your favorite movie ever, and guess what? That's like the 5th or 20th take of that scene.
Yeah.
Because like they're like, all right, I know how this is gonna work in my head, but when you actually go to do it, that doesn't actually work quite right. So let me change it over and over again until it does work. Like that's how all entertainment works.
How, like, even anonymous on the internet, how can you fight for that? It's like, don't take the butt away. It's all I have. I want to look at the butt.
Speaking of fans who suck.
Yeah.
Rogue
One trailer?
Yes!
Yes, high five!
Yeah. Did you see the trailer?
Yes, it looks fantastic.
I know, it looks great.
Yeah. I knew
a lot of people have been like, oh god, another skinny woman in the role. What's that about? Guess no men can ever be a main character in a Star Wars movie.
Even though Finn was just as much a main character in The Force Awakens.
Yeah. They're like, oh, look out for the Han Solo movie. Han Solo's gonna be a lady.
Did someone actually say that? You're making this up.
Somebody said that.
Oh god.
It's just so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't even occur to me that it wasn't like something that jumped out as a noteworthy thing. Like, oh, the main character is a woman.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, here's a cool character in what looks like a cool situation, doing cool things. That movie looks good.
I saw one comment where it was like, why do all these women need to be in all these Star Wars movies? We need more men in there so it can be more badass. Men are just more badass. It's like, a woman was in The Force Awakens and it was just I was like, oh god, shut up. That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Like, how could anyone have seen The Force Awakens and then think that a woman can't carry an action movie?
Oh. I mean, yeah, there has been plenty of cases in the past where an action movie starring a woman hasn't worked, but all of those have been action movies that are really poorly written and directed.
Yeah.
It's like the whole, like, oh, well, we can't do a female superhero movie because Catwoman and Elektra underperformed. Those were made terribly.
Yeah. Now we have Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Disney's doing some good things.
Yeah. Now they would just get around to that Captain Marvel movie.
Yeah. And the Black Panther movie.
At least we're gonna
But hey, we need more Paul Rudd, don't we? The world needs more Paul Rudd in its stupid face.
Hey, at least we're gonna see Paul Rudd and his friend Black Panther in Captain America 3, so that's fine.
When does Rogue One take place? Right before Episode 4?
It's them getting the plans for the Death Star. So it's between the two trilogies.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
And that's this December. Can't wait.
Yeah. And that character in Rogue One, she isn't any other character that we've seen before.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
People are all like, oh, maybe she'll be somebody's mother because it's set in the past.
Yeah.
But like,
That'd be cool.
I don't know. Who knows? So hey, Killer Instinct Season 3.
Yeah?
It's getting a single-player mode called Shadow Lords.
Really?
You will pick a main fighter and then recruit a team. There's apparently crafting involved. I don't know what that means. There's also going to be a new multiplayer mode in July, and a new character every month between now and July.
That I knew about.
Have you played any of... Is Season 3 out now?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. No, I have not played it yet.
It's like, is it out yet? No. Have you played it, though?
No. I'm not sure who it's launching with. But, actually, I know it's launching with Rash, Arbiter, Maya, I believe. But I'm not sure who else. I think it's launching with, like, 4 to 6 characters. Because,
we saw, what's her name with the nunchucks?
Yeah.
We saw Caveman Guy.
Mm-hmm.
We saw... These are all their names.
Caveman Guy, I think, is going to be one of the characters that's coming out later.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's launching with, like, 4. If I'm not mistaken. I should know these things.
Yeah.
I love Killer Instinct.
I kind of want to see the Arbiter fight Battletoad Man.
Well, let's do it.
Because then we can be like, haha, frog legs at Arby's. Yeah.
You clearly know their names.
Do I?
Yes.
I could edit it out.
You called him Arbiter.
That was for your benefit.
Oh, man. So what else happened?
So Warner Brothers is getting reactionary.
Okay. Oh, with Suicide Squad?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they're they're spending tens of millions of dollars reshooting dozens of scenes for Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Because the trailer that everybody loved made the movie look funnier than it is.
Oh, okay.
And everybody loved the trailer, so they're going back to insert more jokes and make character interaction goofier at times. Which kind of sounds like all of the funny parts were in the trailer.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit.
I remember when they first showed that trailer, I think it was We Hate Movies, was like, you know that trailer for Suicide Squad actually looks good, but I'm not sure if that's that trailer or just Queen.
And despite all this, they're still on track for their August 5th release date.
I wonder if it's going to be super obvious, the scenes that they reshot.
Like, the lighting is different.
Everyone's, like, nobody's in costume.
God. Warner Brothers is seriously considering making less movies overall.
I think that's their best bet.
They're like, they're like, all right, most of the movies we do make will be like brands that have a better shot of making money.
Like that G.I. Joe thing that they were gonna. What was that cinematic universe that they were?
Oh, like the Hasbro similar.
Yeah.
But like we're gonna keep pumping out like Harry Potter universe stuff.
Okay.
And like Batman stuff and stuff. But like the cost will be more independent stuff that isn't tied to other things.
What do you mean? Like they will make less independent movies?
Like they'll make less movies that aren't big brand movies.
Oh, okay. But the problem is the big brand movies.
Yeah. But the big brand movies have a bigger shot of making money, I guess.
Oh man.
So let's talk about
Let's just take less chances.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So the Science Channel
What?
is bringing
Speaking of Zack Snyder.
is bringing back the recently ended MythBusters.
Okay, why? Is anyone asking for it?
I don't know, but don't worry, they're not bringing any of the old hosts back.
Wait, what?
So,
Jamie and Adam?
yeah, none of them.
None of them?
So, Rob, if I had to tell you,
Maybe it'll be good.
they're going to be recasting, not even recasting, but they're going to be coming up with new hosts for MythBusters.
Okay.
Who would you like to see do that?
Like my dream team MythBusters?
Yes.
Craig Ferguson
Sure.
and David Tennant.
Okay, I don't think either of them are sciencey people, but
No,
okay. If you mean actually the Doctor, then sure.
Not David Tennant, Chris Hardwick. Craig Ferguson and Chris Hardwick.
Okay.
I just think they're both intelligent people, and they would be fun to see them interact with each other.
Okay, that's fine. But I think the bottom line, the takeaway from that is we don't know who they should really get.
Yeah.
They don't know either. What they're doing, and I can't believe this. I wish this was an April Fool's thing, but it came out before. They'll be...
What is it?
They'll be hosting a reality show to determine the new host.
What? Like they're holding open auditions?
It's gonna be called Search for the Next MythBusters.
No!
It'll be 15 competitors tackling myths that are old, that the old cast already did, plus brand new ones. And they're gonna be pruned down by a panel of judges each week.
Who are the judges?
I don't know.
Is Craig Ferguson or Chris Hardwick?
I'm sure. The Science Channel's general manager says that they don't even know how many hosts they want the new MythBusters series to end up having. They'll just see how the reality show works out. Maybe there'll be one, maybe two. Who knows?
Maybe all 15 will make the cut. We realized we're not good at making reality shows. We're the Science Channel.
It sounds like a winning combination, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was never a big fan of the MythBusters.
There was a period where I really liked them.
Yeah. If it was something I was actually very interested in, I would watch it. Like, sometimes they would do specials like the greatest myths in Hollywood. Like, how do they do cool stunts like that? That's always interesting.
If I was home during more holidays and could catch their, like, Thanksgiving Day marathons or whatever they do, then I probably would have watched them more.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seemed... I just didn't like the hosts. I did not like them.
They kind of had, like, a rough year because, like, the other three people that were on the show, like Terry and Grant and Girl, they all left, and it was all this whole big thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, oh, we're gonna keep going, just these two guys, and
I liked it better when it was just those two.
Yeah?
Yeah.
then
Out of the 5 of them, I hated those two the least.
all right. Speaking of things you'll hate the least, so DC is doing a new like imprint. It's called Young Animal. I don't understand what that name means. It's basically Vertigo.
I was gonna say, imprint like Vertigo? Because that sounds like the title of a comic book.
Yeah.
Like Animal Man's Weird Son.
No, that should be the title of the comic book.
Yes!
Animal
Animal Man!
Man!
Weird Son!
So this whole thing is gonna be guided. It has the guiding hand of Gerard Way.
Who?
He's that musician guy who did Umbrella Academy.
Oh, I like him. He did all those awesome music videos with Grant Morrison.
Awesome.
Yeah, where he was a supervillain trying to kill the Scooper kids. Oh man, they were great.
And he's gonna be co-writing almost all of the books. It's 4 books.
Okay.
First one is Doom Patrol.
They're bringing back Doom Patrol?
Yes, in the spirit of Grant Morrison's run on the series, along with other classic incarnations. They don't really say anything more about it, except it's gonna be weird. Shade the Changing Girl.
What?
An alien takes over the body of a 16-year-old bully and must face the challenges of being a stranger in a foreign land, plus the consequences of a life she didn't live.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Will he have the vest, though? Will she have the vest?
This is the best title. Cave Carson has a cybernetic eye.
Who's Cave Carson? Why do I know that name?
He is, let's see, take readers on a strange adventure with DC Comics Silver Age character Cave Carson and with Cave Carson, his cybernetic eye, and his college-age daughter as they travel into dark places deep in the earth and the mind.
Okay, so I'm getting all 3 of these books. What's the 4th?
Mother Panic.
Huh.
Meet Violet Page, a celebrity heiress by day, and brutal vigilante by night as she takes on the underbelly of Gotham City's high society.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting all 4 of these books.
Yep, and they all come out, like, sporadically. Like, Doom Patrol is September, Shade the Changing Girl is October.
Oh, but they're monthly books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cave Carson and his cybernetic eye is also October, and Mother Panic is... I don't know.
We can get some of them at Dragon Con.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Dragon Con! Oh, man! Speaking of things you can get places, both Alan Wake DLC...
That could literally be anything.
Both Alan Wake DLC episodes are free on Xbox One right now.
That's fantastic.
Because, like, if you got...
Quantum Break.
You got... Yeah. And, like,
better game.
That one came with the DLC.
Yeah.
But, like, it's also been for sale on Xbox One or whatever, independently. Or maybe through the Windows Store. Who could know? But now you don't have... If you just have that version, you don't have to pay for the DLC.
Nice.
Final Fantasy 15 comes out September 30th.
Yay!
Yeah.
The best looking Final Fantasy game in years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of that, they've confirmed that each part of Final Fantasy VII Remake will be the size of a full game. So that's not speculation anymore.
Good.
There's still going to be people complaining, why can't it all fit on one disc?
Because science. That's it.
Because of the physical truths of the universe.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
That'll be my first, like, straight up regular Final Fantasy game.
You played Persona.
Oh, okay.
It's like that, only with less likable characters.
But that's in today times. Did you see the trailer for 15?
I've seen a few of them. Which one are you talking about?
The one that it's the trailer for a while and then it becomes a music video for Stand By Me.
No.
It's actually pretty good.
Alright, I gotta find that.
It really hits home, like, it's all like they're pushing the car down the road while somebody's, like, waving them in.
Oh, okay.
And then they're sitting around a campfire telling stories. And now they're playing video games in a hotel room. It's like... And then somebody jumps off a building and stabs a monster in the face. It's really kind of unbalanced, but it's pretty good, too.
Have you watched any of the Final Fantasy X Let's Play?
Of the Best Friends?
Yeah.
A couple random episodes?
Oh, you gotta start from the beginning.
Do I?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like, there's a lot of it. I watched all of it when I was in bed, about to die.
Wow, that was a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's coming up. Crowdfunding for Rock Band 4 on PC failed because
yeah, of course
how
it did.
couldn't it? because why wouldn't it? They raised about half of what they needed and apparently Fig gives you nothing if you don't hit your goal. So it's like Kickstarter.
Oh, okay. That's good.
You were this close, Rob. You were this close from being able to spend like, what was it? Like
$1,000.
Like $5,000 all at once on DLC. It's not like you would even own those MP3s.
No. It's so bad.
Man, I think the only thing that's made it through Fig so far is some Jay and Silent Bob game.
Psychonauts 2.
Yeah, I guess.
There have been several games.
Yes,
They do like one a month.
Yeah, but aren't they all like...
The Jay and Silent Bob game?
I guess, yeah.
Psychonauts 2, man!
I guess. I don't know.
can't wait.
Listen, what's that thing we played that's like split down the middle sometimes?
Broken Age.
Yeah. That kind of poisoned the well. I don't know.
We're gonna play Psychonauts.
Are we?
Yes.
Are we?
Yes.
Is that a Rob versus?
If you want it to be a Rob versus, it can be a Rob versus. But I'm gonna make you watch it.
Speaking of watching things, Steven Universe has been renewed for at least 2 more seasons.
Yay!
So it'll have at least 5
Yay!
seasons.
I have to catch up on that.
Me too. I've watched 1
Episode?
season.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
Oh, loser. I've talked to you all about a season of that show.
I don't listen to you sometimes.
No, you know who does listen to people? Funimation. Because they
Okay.
made Samurai Champloo available for free on their YouTube page.
Good for them.
So between Funimation YouTube page and Netflix and Adult Swim or Toonami being in the middle of it right now, there's no fucking reason not to watch this show.
That'll make up for the decades and decades of bullshit they fed us. I'm just kidding. Funimation's great now.
Now they are. I guess that's it.
Alright, I really thought there'd be more.
Yeah.
It's just we took 2 weeks off. There's usually a build up.
Well, there's been lots of stuff that's just sort of like I try and not do stuff that's just a headline because it's like that's all there is.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Gotcha.
I'm sure there'll be more to this someday, and we'll talk about it then.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna go eat a sub or something.
Okay, bye.
Bye.